Real wrath of God type stuff.
Exactly.
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave.
Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
This is Sparta!
Fatality.
Welcome to episode number 365. This is UFO Buster Radio News from the UFO Buster Radio Network. My name is Manny Moonraker. I feel like I took a little vacation from podcasting, only because I didn't have the Dark Horde on Saturday because I was not in a good state of mind. I basically had some company this weekend. Started on Friday. Oh, man. It's a miracle I remember half the stuff. But still, let me just tell you this. There was one drink that was being passed around. This drink was 3 alcohols. In order for you to get it into your body, you had to trick it. You literally had to trick your body into drinking this, and you had to put a sliver of lemon in it just so that your body would accept it as something that it can use for nourishment. But let me tell you, wow, what a drink. And I know, I can remember 2 of the ingredients. The third one I can't, but it's straight up alcohol. There was like I said, there's no water. Maybe the ice melting. I guess there was some water. But that's it. No juices other from what the lemon that burns when you put it in. And that's it. So it was that kind of a weekend, straight into Monday. But I'm here today, so thank goodness the podcast is happening today. I know one of you probably missed me, maybe 2.5. I have no idea. That's just the way it is. I see the one and only Green Man is in the chat box right now, live on Spreaker.com. Whenever the podcast is live, whenever these episodes happen, unless I say the system's fucked up and we're having a major meltdown, then for sure it's not gonna be live. But 99% of the times the episodes are totally live. On the live chat, joining us right now is Dre, and there you go. See, you can join in, have some input into the conversation, if you will, and have a good time. Have a really damn good time. I do have to say, just so that you guys know, is that Green Man has sent me a piece, a bowl. He turned his wood into the most magnificent thing you've ever seen. Like, literally. Like, if for some reason, right, Kim Jong-un came out of the grave tomorrow and bombed the United States, and this was the only artifact left out of the entire civilization, Western civilization, they would think that we were artisans. That's all I'm saying. This thing is magnificent. And I've got a nice little place and where I can put it with some fancy moonlight. I'm telling you, it's going to be fantastic. Thank you, Green Man, for that. The entire Moonraker family loves it. A couple of them are jealous, because they don't get stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, no one gets on the mic like me. You got it? So, yeah. They could be jelly. I'm okay with that. Want to welcome Pucky to the spot. Pucky, who gave us the 411 on one Eric Garcia, psychic extraordinaire out of San Antonio. I've been watching a lot of videos of this guy. And it's funny. And we've corresponded quite a bit through Messenger. It'll be May 9th on the Dark Horde podcast. He'll be on there. So the plan is, really, unless you join live, there's not going to be any predictions going on. You know, I'm going to ask him about stuff on a worldly level. You know, what's going to happen to every rubber dicker on the planet in about 10, 20 years? Kind of like a Sylvia Brown type of thing. But if you're live in the chat box, I'm sure you can put in some questions and you can get some of that vibe coming through. And, you know, he might just give you a little something. Then we'll talk to him after that and see if he'll come back and do some live call-in shows. But really, the first episode, as always, is about you guys getting to know who in the hell is behind the mic and as a guest on a podcast. For me, I think that's important. You got to know that. Otherwise, they could be anybody. There was an incident last night here in the Moonraker residence, right? It was crazy because apparently it was raining cats and dogs. Like really bad. And those of you who live in the San Antonio area, you might have heard this last night in the early morning hours. And all I know is that someone by the name of Bugs the UFO Hunter apparently took offense to Mother Nature whipping things up. Oh, the lightning, the thunder, the rain, the winds. It was completely freaking bananas. What I picture in my head was that he was probably down on the first floor somewhere, you know, scared as hell, running around in fucking circles, because he had nowhere to go, right? Because my door was closed. You know, sometimes when people drink too much, they tend to wander out of rooms. So, you know, I locked myself in. Anyway, so what I picture him is Bugs the UFO Hunter, a little 32-pound, big-headed Boston Terrier, probably got a running start from the first floor, ran his ass all the way up, and smacked into the door head first, because when that door swung open, I swear I thought part of the building came down. It was crazy. That was at 3:15 in the morning, and I've been awake ever since. So you will hear a lot of shit you're probably not used to on this podcast episode, I guarantee you, because I've got zero sleep and I'm running on fumes, and I'm sure I'm still hungover. In some way and somehow, that alcohol is still there. The lime didn't help. I'm sure it didn't, but it tasted damn good. I can tell you that much. We're going to get into the three news stories that we got for today. They have to do with shit you already heard about, I'm sure. But why not repeat it, right? Come on, I got my own perspective on this nonsense. But this first song goes to someone down in Corpus Christi that likes to fall asleep to the podcast. So it's something a little melodic to help you just ease right into it and get it out the way, while the rest of us will listen to the podcast.
There's some stains on your photo. They all cracks on your rusty frame. Stuck in the mud, oh, but it's okay.
I want to apologize to GameVet because he's probably behind the wheel of his rig, his 18-wheeler, going down the road right now in the middle of the night. But just because I try to put one to sleep, I probably just had the other one take out about 100 cars. I can't do it. I just can't. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your first news story for today, and I gotta keep it lively, apparently. I gotta stay on the balls. Here's the deal. So, apparently the Pentagon decided to officially release the UFO videos that the rest of the fucking planet has been seeing these for like 3 years now. Like, literally, the same damn videos. Actually, in my drunken stupor last night, I actually watched the 3 videos, and I'm waiting. I'm waiting. And I waited a little more. I'm waiting for the punchline. The thing is that the FOIA that they were releasing talked about a longer video, which the Pentagon at that point said, listen, we can't release it because of national security. Did they mean Social Security? I'm telling you, I think it was Social Security they were talking about. They were trying to save Social Security because what they sent us is old ass shit. There is nothing here that really merits them even coming out to spend time doing this. Nothing. And instead what we get is Tom DeLonge. He's all happy as hell. There's even articles about Tom DeLonge now talking about this Pentagon release like it means something. It means absolutely nothing. So they decided to release the Go Fast, the FLIR, and the other fucking video of the Tic-Tac, the Tic-Tac videos of all these different Tic-Tacs, and the situations that were going on with the Nimitz and what's happening out east, but nothing new. It's all the same shit. It was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Like, I sat up and I looked through these and there was nothing. According to this quote, it says, in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public on whether or not the footage has been circulating was real, like we didn't already know this, or whether or not there is more to the videos, according to the Pentagon spokesman Sue Gough, she says, we decided to release it. We're just going to put it out. We're going to give you the same shit you had before, the shit that was stolen from us. How do you legitimize that? Like, you would think you'd be upset as fuck because somebody stole the videos from you, but no, you just go out and you put it out and you basically make the thief look like a king. That's what you did. You did nothing more than look like a complete asshole. That was taken from you, from right under your noses. Go, really, her name should have been Van Gogh. What the fuck is wrong with her parents? We'll just call her Van Gogh. Sue Van Gogh, there's more to this quote. After a thorough review, the department has determined that the authorized release of these unclassified videos does not reveal any sensitive, more like crap abilities or systems, Van Gogh continued to say, and does not impinge on any subsequent investigations of military airspace incursions by unidentified aerial phenomena. But the worst thing about this really is not so much that they came out and released the same damn videos. That's almost, it's like stupid is what stupid does. They just proved that. They did. You got it stolen from you, and now you went ahead and you published it. Not like right as soon as it happened, but years later. But what kills me is you're literally certifying what To the Stars Academy, Tom DeLonge, and everybody else was saying, is that the government has no idea what the fuck is flying over your sky. They have no clue. And you just pretty much dotted that I and crossed that T for them. It's what you did. Because you're pretty much saying, we have no idea what this is, so let's just throw the video out there being somebody already stole it. There's a quote from David Fravor here, which was actually Commander Fravor, now retired, U.S. Navy pilot, who was involved in one of those videos, the FLIR video. And he says this: as I got closer to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds. This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It will hit and go the other way. F-18 Hornets, actually F-18 Super Hornets, could not keep up with this thing, not for one moment. And again, you basically, Sue Van Gogh is again certifying the fact that we are all fucked because there's shit going on in the sky that not our best weapons, not our best systems, not even our smartest people in our government can tell us what the fuck it is, but they'll gladly let someone come over and steal it. That's basically what this says to me. It doesn't say anything else to me other than that. We fucked up. We have no idea, but here it is. Now, like I said before, the FOIA request was for additional videos, and a longer video that was rumored to be out there and being held by the government. Department of Defense, they didn't want to release it. But according to Sue Van Gogh, that's not the case. Sue Van Gogh says, there's no other videos. This is it. Nothing longer. What you see is what you get. The question here is why? Why release this? What is the end game? What are they trying to do? There is one person that we know, the reptilian man. He's trying to capitalize on this. So we know that he's got that new movie out, The Fifth Encounter of whatever the fuck kind. I don't know. I said I was going to watch it, and actually Adam Baum contacted me, I believe it was yesterday. He's like, hey, I'm thinking about watching that Greer film. I don't know if it's worth the $5. I don't know either. I haven't even watched it. I intended to, but I was too happy to do that. But the question is here. How much is Stephen Greer going to capitalize on this? Because we already see Tom DeLonge is getting the thumbs up from the media, especially those news publications regarding they relate to music and things like that, like Billboard and stuff like that. So, but now we got Stephen Greer, who I think tonight was supposed to get on Fox News, wherever the hell he's at. I think with Ingram, and he was going to talk about the Pentagon release. And so there he goes. He's going to peddle out his movie because in his movie, it's about the cabal. The cabal, as he says, is going to make it seem like we are going to get attacked from outer space. And I guarantee you that he is going to go on that show and say that this is the beginning of that. They show us that there's things out there that cannot be defended against. They are going to be trying to attack us and take over the planet from outer space, and that's when they take over everything. One world government, whatever it is, I don't know. But Stephen Greer is on there right now. I hope to get maybe a copy of his interview on Ingram's show. That way we can replay it on the podcast and examine and see. Did we call it correctly, or did I call it correctly? Was he on there to promote his show and then talk about how the cabal is going to set the world up for failure? And according to Stephen Greer, as you all know, there are no aliens, at least not evil ones. All the aliens are here to take care of your nut cancer. Yeah, they're here to give you good probings, keep you regular, and heal you from any problem you have. That's what Stephen Greer sees. The evil aliens are really humans who are here to take control of your entire life and really screw you over. That's the way he sees it. Plain and simple. But, listen, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe we can do a kind of like a recap watch party. We'll all get together, we'll watch it, and then we'll get on the podcast and talk about it. And maybe we can have some people come in. Maybe we can have some people come in and call in and talk about what they thought about the Stephen Greer situation. I don't know. We'll just have to see. In the chat box, everybody's talking about, hey, what can you do? Blink-182. Yeah, he's a seller. I suppose. Look at that. Talk about Adam Baum. He's in the live chat right now. Yeah, sorry. Dre said, yeah, damn, nut cancer. Come on, give me a break. Saying prostate, it takes a few more letters in there. I don't want to do that. Let's get over it. I'm being kind of presidential right now, actually. I'm talking like the president. There is more to this article and it's listed in the description for you. There is also links directly to the FOIA request in the article, so you can go in, check it out, and the actual videos are listed on there, and some other neat things that they released at the same time. It is just, I don't know. You're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. That's basically what it comes down to. But the government just wasted our damn time.
Somebody ought to come along and let you down, so you could see my side and how it feels to hit the ground. How can you say that nothing's different, that we should pick up the pieces? Somebody ought to come along and let you down. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart and leave you crying on the floor. You let me down, I won't do this all again. Even if I try, I can't forget it. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Somebody said it should be easy to forgive. We all make mistakes and no one lives without sin. But why'd you have to break my heart? I wasn't ready to let you go yet. And now you're standing at my door, thinking that I'm gonna let you in. But if you wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart, so you could feel this pain and know what it's like to be left out in the cold, standing by yourself, no one to hold. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. If you wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. Hope somebody will break your heart, so you could feel my pain and know what it's like to be left out in the cold, standing by yourself, no one to hold. If you still wanted to be loved, you should have never let me go. You should have never let me go.
Finally. Elon Musk has made it to the government. He got in there and he made a presentation about what in the hell he's going to do about those bright ass Starlink satellites. That's probably how he sounded like the senators all there and they're, in their little suits and shit. They're all gray as fuck, kind of frail, falling apart, wearing their mask and stuff. Honestly, like when he did that situation down in Boca Chica at a conference, you could barely understand what the hell he was saying. Could you imagine Elon with a mask on? That would have been completely ridiculous. I would have loved to have been there. I wonder if they have it on C-SPAN. That would have been cool just to see how they manage that shit. He probably had his own Tesla respirator there with him. Who fucking knows? So finally he got up there. Elon Musk went to Washington and he talked to the peeps. He said, yeah, we're going to fix the Starlinks. They're not going to be bright as fuck anymore. That's not good. No. We're tired of all you pocket-protecting fools who like to look out of your little telescopes, complaining and whining like little bitches just because we're trying to get technology and internet to all the spear chuckers of the world. I would imagine he didn't really say it that way, because when he talks, he has like no direction. He's like all over the place. But, maybe in a nice little setting, where they sit down, they give him some, a cup of coffee, maybe some tea, a cigar. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they do in these little closed door deals. But here's the deal. It turns out that Elon Musk and the SpaceX have something more in plan when it comes to the satellites, these Starlinks. And at first, the first thing they said, we're going to do the dark sats, right? We're going to darken these things up. They're not going to be all nice and shiny where you can rub them and turn them sideways and stick them up your candy ass. They are going to be dark to reduce the reflection of the sun when they're in orbit. No, we're going to do that for the people because they deserve it. That's what they said. But then something else happened. When they went to the committee on Who Fucked Up the Sky, that's what the committee's called, Who Fucked Up the Sky. When they went to the committee, they said, this is what we're working on. This is what we're working on. We are going to create a visor sat. A visor sat. That's what he said. And he said this. And let me just go back. The visor you have in your car when it's sunny as hell, the sun's going down, and you're driving right towards it, you pull the little visor down. Get the shit that drops all the paperwork you hide up there on your lap. Well, they're going to put one of those on the satellites. So the visor sat, basically what it's going to do is that it is going to block the sunlight from reflecting off the antennas, which according to the Muskie crew, that is what's causing all the brightness for the Starlinks and all these UFO reports and people losing their shit in those small countries that don't get news about SpaceX. And there's a quote here from the great one, the Muskinator, and it says, our objectives generally are to make the satellites invisible to the naked eye within a week. This meeting occurred on the 27th of April. Yeah, April 27th. In 1 week, they're going to make them invisible to the naked eye. How are they going to load them up? And basically what he's going to do is he wants to minimize the impact to astronomy. He don't give two fucks about that. Especially so that we do not saturate observatory detectors and inhibit discovery. You're not inhibiting discovery, you're enhancing it because everybody's discovering the damn Starlink satellites all over the place, constantly, every day. Those Starlink satellites have all these apps on Android and on the iTunes format where you can download these apps and track the damn things. And some of these apps tell you exactly when you'll be able to see them from your location. So if you're in Cali, guess what? Dial that shit up. It'll tell you when you're going to see it. If you're down in South Texas, in New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania somewhere, in the Carolinas, download the damn app. You can sit up at night, get yourself a nice cold drink, cigar or something, sit out there and just watch the damn things go by. A train of madness in disguise, basically what they are. But they're here to fix it. Elon's making it, he's going to make it happen for the next launch, believe it or not. So the last launch was, 6 days ago? The next launch, which will happen in May, they plan to have these visor sats on there and they paint them all dark too, to make sure that they get the most bang for the money. It's basically what he's trying to do. And what if it doesn't work? Do you really? What else is he going to do? He's putting visors on these fucking things. Are you serious? What else is there for him to do? The truth is, no one that's put money into this or is making money off of what he's doing or getting intelligence or breaking into people's accounts all over the world, or even the spear chuckers, who I believe one of the guys in the chat not too long ago said that they're going to be able to get Pornhub now. They're all interested parties. They do not want the Starlink satellites to go away. No. They're vested individuals. Even the spear chuckers, they're vested in this. They want this to happen, and it will. he's going to continue to try to fix this because rumor is he's pretty close to a, almost $600 to $700 million payout because of how well the company is doing. So yeah, he's going to continue to do it. Are you shitting me? That's the way it's going to go. There was something else he said here is that we have radio transparent foam. That's what's going to be on these visors that will deploy nearly upon satellite being released, and it blocks the sun from reaching the antennas. Their sun visors essentially, they flip out and block the sun and prevent reflections. He said he's predicting that it's going to be a significant reduction in the brightness. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what's going to go down. For you guys who are into astrology, you may be saved. But one of the things that the observatory in Chile said was, even if you block the damn thing out, let's say it's not bright as fuck gray, you don't even see it because it's so damn dark in the backdrop of the sky. But when they're doing observations, these dark things still go by. There will still be a train of Starlink satellites. They won't be reflective, but they'll be really dark, and it will still interrupt their measurements because they're blocking light. You can't win for losing. It's like I said in the first one. You fucked if you do and you fucked if you don't. That's the way it is. That's what's happening with Starlink. I'm glad he at least went up and talked to somebody and tried to set this shit straight because it's madness. 12,000 of those things. You're fucked. Your sky is fucked. So why even worry about it?
What we need is just damage.
I got a question in the chat box. Why is it that I play when I talk about Elon Musk? That's how I imagine he sounds to himself in his head when he's trying to talk to people about SpaceX. Because you have to see him when he's giving any kind of a conference regarding SpaceX, the rockets and stuff like that. And honestly, that's the way it comes out. He might as well do when he gets into technical stuff, because he's just a brute. All right, this is the last article, and I'm glad that everyone is sticking around and awake. I appreciate every single listen. This article is coming out of the Express UK, and it goes back to a certain president. Alien shock. President Reagan attempted to warn the world about alien species, and this is something that this individual is saying he did it in a real subtle way, kind of like a cutie pie, as Trump would say, little cutie pie. But he tried to declassify the existence of aliens, and thanks to a alien theorist, or jackass, this is what they're saying. Now, what they are referring to, I'm going to play for you right now, so don't go anywhere.
In our obsession with antagonisms of the moment, we often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?
This is what he was talking about. Now, because he said alien one too many fucking times, then there was a subliminal message that came in, and he was actually sitting there crying to the people in front of the United Nations, letting them know that he had a deep, dark secret. September 16, 1983, Ronald Reagan came out of the closet about being probed by aliens. This is what this individual claims the 40th president of the United States was trying to tell the people of the world, that he knew he had a big secret. What if all of us in the world were threatened by an outer power from outer space, from another planet? Will we just be like bosom buddies, get together, kumbaya, forget about all the troubles of the world, and start kicking some alien ass? Or, as Greer would say, the cabal ass? The answer, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no fucking clue if this is really what he meant, or he was really talking about war. I mean, I don't get it. I have no idea. Apparently, according to the article, prominent conspiracy theorist Scott C. Pareidolia Pete Waring, he wrote on his blog, ET Database, he really tried hard to inform. No, that's not fucking trying hard, Scott C. Waring. No, trying hard is like, we're fucked, we got aliens. That's trying hard. That's like, come on, put it in your face. I mean, if he's standing in front of the United Nations, and this really meant something, then come on, buck up, Buttercup. Let's do this. You're Ronnie Reagan. But he didn't do that. So no, I disagree with Pareidolia Pete. But anyway, he says he really tried hard to inform the public, even when he knew it was against national security to do so. I'm gonna be honest. It's against national security to fuck your citizens, literally, by not keeping them secure. I just threw that out there. It just came out. I just had to do it. He also says, but he couldn't just come out and say it without breaking national security rules. So instead, he hinted to the rest of the world leaders about what he had learned from the CIA and NASA. He also knows that a small percentage of the other presidents and the United Nations also knew about the existence of aliens? Did he know? That is a good question. It is a conspiracy that he had an idea that he was telling people. But today, who gives a shit? I mean, we just had unidentified object, UFOs, released by the same government he was working for, the cabal, and nobody fucking flinches. Even when these videos first came out, no one really gave two fucks for more than 3 days. And it was back to something else. And then again, why would you release videos during the pandemic? I mean, the pandemic does some crazy shit, but really, common sense means you need to focus. The government is focusing on stopping people from spreading shit around. Why would you then drop this bomb regarding these videos and say, yeah, they're unidentified? There is something going on. Is it a cabal? I don't know. But Scott C. Waring seems to believe that Ronald Reagan knew very well what was going on. I am of the opinion that no president knows a damn thing about anything. Even if they gave him a morsel, do you think that if someone like Donald Trump really knew that they really were aliens, that he'd be able to hold it in? No. He'd be using that shit to get elected again. So would any other president. I'm your boy. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to share with you what's going down that no one else would tell you. Yes, you've been probed. Yes, the cattle is being caught up and taken into space. Yes, it's all true. Now elect me for president for the rest of my life. There is just no way that they know enough, not even enough to be fucking dangerous. Because if any one of them knew enough to be dangerous, and if there is such a thing as a cabal, as Stephen Greer likes to say, then they'd all be 4.2 far fucked. They wouldn't make it to the next election. They wouldn't. Now, again, turn that around to another conspiracy, and one of those related to JFK was that he also knew information about E.T., but he was thinking about and expressed that he was going to let the world know, and so they took him out. Another conspiracy. But could that be what happens when you open your big fat fucking mouth? You know, fuck, if you're going to say something, next president of the United States, listen, if you're going to say something, keep your trap shut. Don't say a word. Don't tell no one. No, your wife, who cares? Send her away. Send her to Antarctica for a week. But when you go in front of someone like the United Nations, or if you go somewhere like G8 or some shit like that, and you want to drop drawers on the alien conspiracy and the proof, guess what? Pull yourself up by your big girl panties, buck up, and just say it. Just say it. It is what it is. Don't worry about what happens next. You're probably not going to leave the area you're in, but you'll be famous as fuck for sure. And you'll go down in the history books as the man or the woman that let the world know the aliens were the shiznit. And it's been going on for decades on end. In the United States, probably for centuries all over the world. That's the episode for today. I'm glad. It feels like everyone stayed awake. I'm happy about that. I'm accomplished this week. I don't even think I need to do another podcast. We'll replay this one again tomorrow. I appreciate every single one of you for listening. I thank you so much for being part of this craziness. And by the way, we've been trying to name the group that's in the group chat on Discord. That first link in the description. Give the group a name for the first 20 that showed up. I don't know if we ever came back to a name. We'll get back to it. But hey, it is what it is. I thank you guys. And for the record, I'm out.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, For the record. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ballin' age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. I'm succumbing to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected, but I'm elusive and I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing, so I work the winners and they play the deuces. Guess I have to pivot, shooting the bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper, cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke. Tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, 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 whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.